Hey everyone, it's the Anonymous Investor. Welcome back to the channel. And oh my goodness, like the craziness that is going on in the market right now. I was going to make an updated video after earnings on where I was doing with my dollar investing on the Cash App, but there's just so much to talk about right now when it comes to the stock market and just all the drama and everything going on. So what you can see right here are like main companies I've been following that were suspected to really increase, right? Look at GameStop up 106% right now. It is pushing 400. So just to kind of catch you guys up on the drama that happened, there's a huge short squeeze going on, right? Basically in a very hopefully simplified explanation, a short squeeze is basically when you borrow stocks, so you don't own them, you're borrowing them, you're selling them, and the hope and expectation is that it is going to drop, and then you can buy back the stock at a lower price, and once you buy it back, you give it back to essentially the original person you borrowed from, or the broker that you borrowed from. With that being said, GameStop was heavily shorted, and it's just like, basically, if the price goes up, then you're kind of worried, like, oh man, if it keeps going up, I'm gonna have to buy at a higher price than I originally sold them for when I borrowed them. So it's called a short squeeze. It ended up going high, and then yesterday, brokers started blocking access to being able to purchase more stocks. So GameStop, for example, you couldn't purchase it. Naked, Nokia, what else? Like BlackBerry, AMC, you couldn't purchase those stocks, and so then they just started. You could close your position though, which means you could sell. So then it tanked to like as low as like 112, 118, something crazy like that. But look at it now. It's recovered. And it's crazy because it's kind of like this little it's a story. Like, this is going to be in the history books. This is going to be something we talk about for years on end. If you were involved, you're going to be like, oh, I remember when this happened. It's like a David versus Goliath situation where the little guy is trying to take on the huge hedge funds, and there's a lot of speculation on like, why did you stop allowing the regular people to invest? And if you look at like the main media, they're calling people unsophisticated investors and like they don't know what they're doing and market manipulation. And it's like, wait a minute, isn't shorting and like a collective agreement to short a specific stock that doesn't deserve to be like a $3 stock, isn't that shorting? It's crazy. So here's GameStop right now. It's going to be super volatile. It's going to be super volatile during the whole day. Let's take a look at some other stocks. Here's AMC right now. And if you saw my last video on Wednesday, I did take a position on AMC before it rallied. So I think on Tuesday, before this huge January 26th, yeah. So I think the day before, I bought a call option, and little did I know it would go all the way up to like the 16s, and then again, you couldn't buy AMC, so then it went down. But it's currently recovering. It's already up a lot. It's already up 61%. So here's my position on it right now. I just threw in $100, and to my surprise, it is up 600% almost. So I could sell this for 700. I don't want to sell this though, even though I could pocket a quick 600. I want to be in this for the long run and be a part of this, because I definitely think both GameStop and especially AMC, because it is nowhere near the market cap that GameStop is, I think these have so much more room to fly, and we'll see how everything ends up. But if you look at, again, if you look at the main stocks here, let me go back. Look at that. Naked is up 37, Express up 40%. Oh my gosh, BlackBerry up 14. Nokia is not too much. I do have a call option in Nokia. I think I'm down $13 on this one. Again, not a big deal. This one actually expires on February 5th. I don't even think this one was heavily shorted. I think there's just a bunch of like nostalgic companies that people were investing in or playing. So we'll see what happens. I kind of want to get more into AMC. I want to buy some shares. I think you're actually limited to how many shares of a specific stock you can buy. One of these, like AMC, if I try to buy AMC, here, let me go to shares. I think there's a limit. Like, you can only buy 115. I think if you try to buy more than that, I don't know if it'll let you. Let me see. Oh, I don't want to swipe up, but I did read early on, there was a pop-up on Robinhood that said, you are not allowed to, or you're only allowed to buy like 5 GameStop shares, 115 AMC, and then it mentioned like American Airlines and a bunch of other stocks. Yeah, part of me wants to buy like 100 and just stick with it. Again, it's you're like part of history doing this. I'm not saying go out and do it or recommend it, you know, YOLO everything, but it's just such an interesting thing to watch from the sidelines. Like, I recommend again, even if you are not of age and you can't buy stocks, I recommend you look into what's going on and kind of find out everything. Like, I think this is going to be the start of a whole new generation of investing, where it's a lot of times it's like, look at the fundamentals, look at the technical analysis, look at the chart, and even that people are like, no, fundamentals. But there's this whole like psychological kind of investing where you can see what people are talking about, the trend, right? Like AMC, you could have seen it in the comments, like AMC after the whole GameStop boom. So it's an interesting thing to be a part of. Dogecoin also yesterday, my goodness. So it went up to as high as 8 cents. And this was 0.01. This was a penny, I think, yesterday in the morning. And I think when the brokers kind of closed off access to buying more GameStop and Naked and Express and Nokia and everything, I think they essentially flooded to Dogecoin because it's a crypto and you can essentially buy it whenever. I think for a time you also couldn't buy this though, because I know I tried to get in on it and I'm like, nope, it wouldn't let me. Funny thing about this Dogecoin is that I actually bought like a year ago. Yeah, look at my history. I didn't put much. I just put like $1. See market buy, March 19th, that was during the pandemic, right? Like the crash of the pandemic. On July 6th, I sold 0.11, whatever. I bought also in June 2019. I have 823 coins at a cost of less than a penny, 1/5 of a penny. And look at my total return. It's up $41, 2,000%. That is ridiculous. You know, then you start doing the mental math of, imagine I would have just thrown in $100 just for fun. What would it be worth right now? I think it'd be worth $2,000. Yeah. If I put in 100, it would be worth 2,000 right now. So the crypto craze is interesting too. Dogecoin specifically, I never really took it seriously, but now, given everything that happened with GameStop, given everything that happened with the brokers, like stopping access to from the regular investor to be able to purchase, I wonder if this is something that will, even by the Reddit community, be pushed even more and more, and if it will break double digits. But just to see this, to see what like $3 or $2 has turned into, is very interesting. Let's just play. Oh yeah, so I only have $2 invested. It's up $42. So it's so interesting. I think yesterday I was up like 3,000%. It's insane. And today, if you look at Bitcoin, it's like, whoa, it had a huge spike. What happened? Turns out Elon Musk changed his name on Twitter to like #Bitcoin. And so this got a huge boost. Now, as for Bitcoin, I do believe I threw in like $1,000 in here. And if you look at my history, yeah, I bought at 300. I bought $300 worth. So I bought $500 worth. So I bought 1,100. I had a sell limit, and good thing I canceled it and I never actually sold with it. That was in January 24th. That was last year. Yeah, so I am glad I canceled it. It might have just been one of those things where I'm like, I needed money and I'm like, nah, let me just keep it in there. So glad I kept it in there because that $1,000 has gone up 300%. So the total return is $3,300. So again, and just today it went up 600. So this is purely spec play for me. Like, I do believe in crypto and I do think it is the way to the future. And I even have more crypto on Coinbase. But I think this is just one of those interesting things where like you have some money and you kind of see where things are going with crypto, with certain stocks, with certain industries. Like right now, space is huge. Biogenomics is huge. There's a lot of industries. Green energy, clean energy, electric vehicles. So I had $1,000 and I'm like, again, you could buy a brand new phone, right? That's how much phones cost. And maybe 1,000 is considered cheap for a phone right now. So you could buy a phone, or I threw it into Bitcoin and just fast forward like a year later, that $1,000 has 3x'd and now it is worth $4,000, right? Yeah, it's gone up 3. So it's 4x'd. Like, it's just insane to me. It's gone up 300%. And who knows, like, maybe this is just a start. You know, you have big institutions adopting cryptocurrency. You have Elon pushing for crypto. You have some managers that are even, instead of holding cash, they're holding crypto. And then even if you look at the crypto-related stocks, here's Mara. This is a very popular one. Look at it. Like, just a day ago, $17, and now it is pushing $22. I think it was higher in the pre-market. It's going down a little. But this has been like, it's been low, and then it's been high to the 27s, and then back to the 18s, and then back up to 22nd. Even another one called Riot. Yeah, Riot is up 12% today, and is following essentially the same history as Mara. So again, when Bitcoin goes up, these are going up. When they go down, this is going down. So it's just been super interesting. I highly recommend everyone, again, like, just start exposing yourself, especially if you're young. Just exposing yourself to what's going on, and you might not understand anything, but maybe a little bit clicks. Maybe you start to realize something. And again, I will be posting, like, getting into the stock market, into the channel. I wanted to start off by talking more about mindset, which is why I've been posting videos on books and, like, you know, the 5-second rule. It's just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Don't think, just go watch a video. And the whole mindset of, like, it's important to save, it's important to build up wealth. So that's what I've been wanting to start with, but I think there's no stopping. Like, we need to start jumping into stock market videos because the stuff going on right now is super interesting. If you are going into AMC or GME or anything, let me know in the comments below. I am super curious to hear your guys' thoughts. Also, let me know, what do you guys want to know? Like, I know it's easy to be like, oh, I need to know everything, but is there something specific that you want to learn? Like what platform to use, any and all that? Like, whatever questions you have, also let me know in the chat below. Thank you guys very much, or in the comments box. Thank you guys very much, and never stop learning.